everybody, and welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, that Mania. And today, it's going to be a fun week because we have the Threezero Zeo Power Rangers finally in hand. A nice 5-pack of Rangers. So how we're going to do this, I'm going to do it in a way where I have smaller videos of each individual Ranger, Zeo 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then at the end of the week, if you just want to wait for that, we're going to have all the Rangers together, just make it one long video. But, you know, sometimes somebody just buys an individual, like Zeo Red or Zeo Blue for some reason. So I like to break it down, give people the opportunity to just see the one that they want. So that's how we'll be doing it. So if you're here for the individual Ranger, then welcome to the video. If you're here for the mega review, then strap in, it's going to be a good one. So here's the box. Nice box. I like it. It's them holding their super weapon that they always have to have so they could blow up the monster at the end, and it makes them feel better about themselves. I like it. I like the art around it. On the back here, we have some just defining shots. We got some pictures of the gun. We got them all calling their Zords at the bottom. We got all this good stuff. On the top here, it does have the Zeo logo. The side has some Zeo stuff. Bottom has some regular boring stuff, and the side here does show our 5 Rangers once again. So, depending on which video you are watching, we are going to move on to the next part. We have finally reached Zeo 3, who is Rocky, the Blue Ranger, who got shafted from being the weakest non-leader Red Ranger. There's a whole tangent there about how after Jason left, the Red Ranger spot just became a regular Power Ranger spot because the White Ranger took over, which is very prevalent. And Rocky, as you can tell, clearly was not fit to be Red Ranger because right after that, he became Blue and Jason became the Red Ranger, which good on Jason. He deserves it. But man, did they just funnel the Red Ranger spot into oblivion. And poor Rocky here got the boot from Red Ranger to Blue, and he took Billy's spot because Billy was a little too fruity for the show. So that's overall. But the blue here looks really nice. I like this blue. It's nice. It's a dark blue. It stands out. I like the mask here. It's a nice shape. It's got almost like a bird beak, and it's really doing it for me. I like it. And we'll talk about it a little bit more here in a second. So why don't we get Rocky here off the spinning turntable and talk about his stuff. So, obviously, like the other Rangers, he comes with his default Ranger stuff and then his exclusive Ranger stuff. So, default Ranger stuff. We got our awesome Zeo pistol. Beautiful white pistol. This awesome red light. I wish it was like a light on the back. But again, it reminds me of SPD. Their pistols with the lights on them. The black on the front. This is very SPD colored. So it's just like, it's throwing me off because it doesn't feel very Zeo-y. It does feel Zeo-y, but at the same time it doesn't, because I've watched SPD and I like SPD. It does open up so we can make our Mega Power Rangers blaster, which, you know, we might make in the Mega review. But it's pretty good overall. I like it. It's a solid blaster pistol, and it's a bit more functional than the one that comes with Mighty Morphin, which is kind of hard to use because it's a pistol and a sword, and the sword doesn't like to work. This time we have our own individual swords, which have this blue hilt, this gold guard piece, and then we have the extendo blade, which is kind of lame, our radio antenna extending piece. But you know, what can you do? And if you do have it in full sword, you could take that piece off. Oopsies! Come on. Come on. There we go. Take that piece off and put the bigger piece on, so you do have a more full sword look, which does look cool overall. Can't blame them there. And then obviously, like every other Ranger of the bunch, he does have his own exclusive Blue Ranger weapons. So here we have our shape-tacular somethings. It's like a scythe, kind of, but not really. It's like Spy versus Spy. You guys remember that? That's what they look like. But we have this weird, like, blue. It's going to be blue. It's got, like, this scythe piece. It's violent looking. It's sharp. It looks like a knife. Like, I feel like he could stab somebody with this. Obviously, he doesn't, because the Power Rangers only use their powers for defense, according to the song. But it's an interesting shape. I don't see it being the coolest weapon of the Power Rangers world. They're definitely cooler out there, but it's definitely better than the Pink Ranger getting a shield, I guess. It does have some bend action, which I think is used for the Mega Gun. I'm not sure, though. It might be. But, like, wow. Sorry, Rocky. Go from the cool sword to the weird shape, which I guess is the theme of Zeo, is weird shape. So, let's talk about our buddy Blue here, because he's got a lot to say. So, this is the first male Ranger that we've talked about so far, so the body proportions are going to be slightly different, and we don't have to worry about that skirt anymore. But here's the Blue Ranger. That head is stiff on there. The visor here is a nice triangle. It is very nice to see that this guy has perfect vision here. And as you can see, it does poke out just that little bit, so there's a little bit of an extent past the face. So it is quite nice, and it comes in like a rounded, from like the angle you're looking at, it is rounded at the top here, so it does have like the Nike kind of round check mark kind of feel to it. It does have this little indent here on the top, and we do have, once again, our succulent Ranger lips, which look really odd in the color of the Ranger. I feel like if you were going to do it, at least just, I don't know, paint it silver like the other ones. But this one is all blue, baby, and so it just looks really weird, because we have, like, the carved out indent here, but we don't quite have, like, the color breakup, so it is just all blue, and you can almost lose the succulent lips in there. And, you know, succulent lips are important to a good Ranger, so make sure to brush your teeth, you know, brush, breathe. Moving on, we do have the rest of our Zeo figure. We have our lovely Zeo piece here, which is this nice rubbery feeling piece. It's got a lot of nice detail here and not a nice detail here. Obviously, they have to make it look Zeo-y somehow. Does the word Zeo even mean anything? I've said Zeo maybe like 100 times already in the last couple recordings, and I'm starting to lose my mind. But we do have some more up here, and it is a little off kilter in the back here. It's not quite perfectly flush with itself. A little annoying, but nothing too crazy, because again, like I've said in the past videos, nobody's going to really be looking at these Rangers from the back, so despite this looking ugly and kind of jarring, as long as it looks fine from the front, which it does, we don't really have to worry overall. Coming down, we do have our Zeo belt here with all 5 Zeo shapes. We have our holster for the blaster and our holster for the sword. We have our gauntlet here, which has a little gold here at the bottom, and then a big gold with the Zeo shapetaculars right there. Same on this side. By the way, all the Power Rangers hands are the same, just the female ones I think are a little smaller. Not too bad. We do have our blue pants, which do look nice. The seam line here does go a little weirdly underneath. I don't really like the way that looks, but it does look fine from the front there. Kind of. It does waver a little too much to the right, which I don't really like all that much. We do have our boot, which has our Zeo shapulars, and then regular boot down to the heel here, this nice black heel, so he can strut his stuff the good way. So that's Rocky. He looks great. I think I'm very happy with the way this blue one has turned out. And let's grab... How do I want to do this? Do I want to have Rocky with red, or do I just want to put Rocky with all the blue? Maybe I should just keep it color coordinated for now. I don't want to overcomplicate things, because then it's going to get too much. So let's not get too much. Let's just keep it blue. So unlike Yellow Ranger of past, the Blue Ranger knows how to keep it fiery and consistent. Oh, I love the way this looks. They've all got this nice darker blue. Now, mind you, Mighty Morphin and Zeo are slightly different blues, but they are still consistently darker blues. So it works, it flows really nicely into each other. All the helmets are the same color here, which is amazing to see. I'm very happy about that. The blue lineup is looking scary good, you know, compared to the pink and the yellow here. Blue, dangerous. And I'm really liking the way it looks. I'm really excited to have all of these guys together on a shelf. I'm going to have to reorganize so that it all makes sense. Blue, red, yellow. But for here, my God, despite Billy being the other two blues here, and Rocky being the middle one, I think blue here is an overall solid color choice. If you were like, I only wanted to collect one, blue is a pretty good option. You know, red is probably the best. Arguably, red is probably the best. But blue here, looking pretty good as a top contender. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's move on to the next part of the video. So, Rocky here, life ending. Oh my God, that's really tight. 360 degrees. Up that far, down that far. Back and forth action. Arm goes up that far. That's crunchy. Arm goes up that far. Arm goes back that far. A bit better bend at the elbow than the females. It's a little sexist, don't you think? Ab crunch. Oh, and he still gets the spread. Leg goes up that far. Leg doesn't really go back at all on the males, though. Oh, that is a tight knee bend. And then freedom at the articulation ankle. That's not what I meant to say. Freedom at the ankle so he can get whatever pose he needs to, which is always nice. So Rocky here can hold any pose that he needs to hold. Hopefully, please and thank you. So Rocky here with these stiff, solid joints is not going anywhere. Oh, that was so good to pose. Because I just felt like his feet weren't moving. What can I say? I really like this Blue Ranger. I think he's good. I mean, look at him. He's got the little okay hand and everything. I don't know why it comes with that hand. All the hands are normal default. But that one is just like, okay. So it's a little odd overall. But, you know, maybe he's like imagining he's crushing something in his fingers there. So I thought that'd be funny to have. As opposed to just him holding both of his weapons every time. But for the most part, I'm good with blue. I think blue here has done a very good job at looking blue, at looking cool and not having like ugly. And I think they did a good job at translating the blue over here. So all in all, I'm really happy with blue, especially after not really being all that sold on yellow. I think blue is really pulling me back in. So like I said in the yellow, it's all about the team. So as long as the team looks good, it's fine. I can pass the faults of yellow as long as like the rest look good. And blue is saving yellow right now, you know. I think blue is doing a fantastic job at being blue. And I can't wait to see how green and red look as a whole lineup. And we'll see if maybe we've got ourselves a solid lineup overall. But yes, I have to say that ZO3 Rocky here is definitely a good figure, and one that if you're only feeling like grabbing a couple Zeo to collection, blue is definitely a worthwhile option, no doubt in my mind. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Subscribe because I've got so many more videos to make. So, obviously you want to join on that train, and subscribe or like because you like the video and you want me to make more, and you want the like number to go to the top. You want the likes on the big like. You want big likes on big video. This is going to be a big week, a big video, so we want big likes. I'm losing my mind. I'm on the third Power Rangers video and I've already lost my mind. That's good. And as always, I've been me, and you've been you, and thank you for watching another 6-skill figure review. Hopefully you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.